we'll see. This is good news. So
Yeah, this is definitely. Yeah, this is all good stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. The glass is always half full. There's nothing from this so far where I'm like.
Welcome everyone to episode 127 of the COD Casuals. We're your host Justin.
And I'm Mike.
How you doing, Mike?
Good, man. Yeah, I'm doing great. I mean, we've been shooting the shit for the past, I don't know, hour and a half as we do.
Yeah, we always do.
Yeah, jumping about random stuff.
Yeah.
What do we even talk about? We talked about marriage and divorce. We talked about sketchy friends. We talked about.
It started off you talking about school.
Yeah, talked about school. Yeah, well, and then my house too.
Yeah, school, house,
yeah.
Divorce, marriage, shitty friends.
Yeah, there you go. Summed up in about 10 seconds there.
Those were all the topics we did.
Yeah. We could have a whole side episode talked about the life of the casual life.
Yeah, the casual life.
Just complaining about.
We got a trademark.
Yeah,
casual.
all this stuff. Yeah, exact casual. We own that word now. But no, man, other than all the stupid nonsense that I've been doing with today, I mean, I've been chilling. I didn't tell you, though, I beat Far Cry this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yep, finished the game up.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Like, it was solid.
Okay, so...
Not great,
all right.
but, like, solid.
If I may for a second here. I thought the story was really good.
Okay.
I liked, the ending. My jaw was on the floor. I was like, what? Like, I did not expect it to end the way it did. I knew what was going to inevitably happen. If you play any of those games, you know what's going to happen eventually, right? So I thought the story itself was really good. They did introduce a lot. That was my biggest problem with the game is they introduced so many characters, and a lot of them die throughout the game, which for me, it's like I didn't really care as much when a lot of these people died because they weren't they didn't have a lot of time to develop them. That was my only real thing that I wasn't too high on with the game. But overall, I thought it was pretty solid. I liked the map, the gameplay, gunplay. It's the same as Far Cry 3, the game hasn't really changed all that much. So I don't know. I would recommend it. I didn't pay anything for it, so I can't hate on the game. I haven't played Far Cry in a while, so it was good. I don't know what I'd give it out of 10 though. If we're talking all single player games, this is a 5.5 or 6 out of. If we're talking about Uncharted and Last of Us, those are 9s and 10s. This ranks way low.
Would you buy the next Far Cry if they announced it it was coming out? Did it move you that much?
No.
Yeah.
No, it didn't move me that much. I mean, I will say though, at the end of it, if you haven't played the game, I don't know what to tell you about spoilers right now. But, spoiler, yeah. If you are playing it, are you going to play it?
No.
Okay, so at the end, did you play 3?
Yeah, I played 3.
So at the end of the game, there's this guy. I think his name's not Juan Cortez. I can't remember the guy. He's one of the other characters that you hang out with. They did a good job developing him. And it's all it's a black screen, and he's talking, and there's a smuggler, and who's the smuggler's voice? It's Voss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that leads into... Does it lead into Far Cry 3?
So that's where the debate is. Yeah. Everyone's like, is this a prequel to Far Cry 3? Or is this
another timeline?
Yeah.
During Far Cry 3.
Right. Or what people are thinking too is that Voss isn't actually dead. In Far Cry 3. Because remember when you kill him, you're tripping out. So people are maybe he's not actually dead and he's doing something else.
Yeah.
Because it's this whole drug ring. I think it's called Viviro. It's part of it's cancer treatment stuff. And yeah, this guy that you're the character in the game, he's talking to him. And the guy that you're with or the character is talking to him, he's a good dude. He's one of your closest people. So it's not like he has any agenda against your main character, but it's just weird. I heard that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's just labeled in the subtitles as smuggler.
Yeah.
Not as Voss.
Yeah.
Even though it's clearly his voice.
Yeah. If you played the
third one.
Yeah,
you would.
one,
You 100%.
That's the only one I played.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool in that aspect. Little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Personally though, I wouldn't play the game again. I mean, I deleted it already.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, there's still more to do. I'm like, no, there's not.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's that's how I feel about a lot of games.
Yeah.
You beat the game, beat the game. nothing else to do.
Yeah.
The game has to really move me.
Yeah, I mean the thing with that game that I was surprised about or was like kind of bummed about is I never upgraded my gun or my like really anything past level 4.
Yeah. There's no like, was there like a skill tree?
No.
So
There's no skill tree in
no
that
progression.
game.
Like, I mean, you can progress, but like not like a whole tree where you can like choose.
I would be level 11 doing missions at a level 14 and I'm chilling.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I never played that game where I was like, oh man, I'm getting cooked. Like, I need to go back and try to rethink my strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
Or rethink, like, my armor or, like, my playstyle. Like, no.
See, personally, I think games like that big, you need a skill tree. Because, I mean, personally, I would just get bored. Like, do you just level up weapons?
No.
Or, like, you just level up your character?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like...
And you get nothing for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Much.
I would be like... What's the point?
Yeah, I mean, like we've talked about it before, like critiquing games and stuff. Like, I don't want to be like talking a bunch of shit about it.
Yeah.
But that's something like for me personally, I was not the biggest fan of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm totally with you. I like to play a game where I can feel myself like developing along with the character. Like for anybody out there listening who's played Ghost of Tsushima, which I know you will play that one day. That is literally one of the greatest games ever. That game, at the end of it, you feel like the Ghost of Tsushima. Like you feel like a badass. Like just because the skills and overall like the arc, like the skill gap that you fill in throughout the game, like you feel unstoppable. Yeah. And then the last duel like really, really challenges you. You know? Like the last couple like boss battles, if you want to even call them that, in that game, they were so like I accidentally killed the main guy, like one of the guys that we had to like I don't know, he's like one of the main people under Anton Castillo. I was like just spraying and I shot him. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I think those games need the skill tree.
Yeah.
Because any game with a skill tree, you feel that progression. And like just going off of like Assassin's Creed, because I'm playing Valhalla right now.
Right.
I haven't touched it in a while, but I can feel my character like getting stronger.
Right.
And you can see it.
Right.
Too. And it's just again like Valhalla, you know, takes place during like the Viking period. Nothing's better. Just raiding a village, just axes. Like I'm throwing axes everywhere.
Right.
Like doing insane stuff and one shot. Like,
and then like I mean, because I haven't played Valhalla yet, but I'm sure you've come across it. Like you maybe go to an area that you shouldn't go to yet, and you get cooked.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I remember that in Odyssey. Like you would come across the who were they? Like the what was the name of those guys? Like they were bounty hunters. Remember that? And like they'd be like you'd have like the level 50 guy, top dog, mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
Yeah. Like you'd fight a couple of them, and then you come across a guy who's maybe 2 or 3 levels ahead of you. And you're like, I'll take him on.
Yeah.
And you would get smoked.
Yeah, they're different. In each one, they're different like names. Like, 'cause in Valhalla, they have the same thing. They are mercenaries, but they're called something else.
Yeah.
They're hard. Very hard.
Right. And that like I enjoy that. I enjoy like the feel of getting better at a game, like personally, and then as my character does too. Far Cry, I really never felt that.
Yeah, you just went through like mission.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and the missions were pretty solid, you know? Like, again, the biggest thing for me was the story in that game was solid. Like, the overall, like, it's pretty basic as to what they're trying to do. Like, it's easy to understand, but the characters and, like, the overall thing that goes on, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's, like, no incentive to, like, go and do other side missions because there's no point.
Right.
Because you're just going to level up anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're not a high level or not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my buddy was playing it with me. He's like, oh, dude, I'm level 18. I got this, like, this person as my companion. Like, remember, I think I showed you, like, they have, like, the little dog.
Yeah.
You've seen all that stuff. Like, you can have these people help out. He's like, oh, dude, I got the best one. I got all this, got the best gun. And then I texted him today. I'm like, yo, just beat the game. He's like, what level are you? I'm like, I think I was level 13 when I beat the game.
Yeah.
And the max is 20. And he's like, dude, what? He's like, how'd you beat the game? I'm like, dude, it's really, like, it's not that hard.
And when you're a gamer...
You know? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when you're a gamer, you can... I mean, it doesn't take much.
Bro.
You just game.
To shift to COD. Bro, I'm over here snapping fools with my... Bro, I'm headshotting everybody over here. I'm tracing. I'm like, but dude, my tracking is on point. I'm like, dude, this is the COD coming into play here. I'm like, he probably doesn't have that.
Yeah, no, probably not.
He sucks.
I feel like most people don't. Yeah, no, to end it there though of that, like I feel like I played Far Cry 3. I only played that because I got it for free.
Right.
So someone from like school like gave it to me for free.
Yeah.
And I played it. And then I just stopped.
Did you ever beat the game?
Yeah, I beat it.
Yeah.
I just had, I don't know, it was a weird period of time where like I didn't have enough money to like, I was still, saving up for Christmas and stuff.
Right.
Buying the new game or whatever. And it just didn't. I had Assassin's Creed, and I remember I had like COD 2, and I was just playing that over and over.
Yeah, I mean, this is a debate that can be had with a lot of these games. I would say specifically like Ubisoft falls into it, where they hit a gold mine of a title and like an idea. Like they did this with Assassin's Creed, right? AC1, godlike. AC2 was unbelievable. They're like, let's keep rolling with AC2. They do Brotherhood. They do Revelations. And now we're all like, can we get something new here?
Yeah.
Far Cry's the same thing. They killed it with Voss. Then we do Far Cry 4 with, I think it was Pagan Min. Insane. And now we're like, all right, how are we going to change this up? Far Cry, like Primal, and then there's 5, and now there's 6. And when I played this game, I'm like, I'm really just playing Far Cry 3. Which I love. Great game. But I'm at the same time, I'm in the AC realm. I'm like, we need a shift here, right? Like they did that with the one you're playing right now and up with Origins, and now with the new one, they're gonna make a change.
Yeah,
and it's like it's time for that,
Yeah, I like thinking back to that period of time. Like I definitely chose Assassin's Creed over like the Far Cry series, and also I just remember playing Far Cry 3, and I'm like, why would I be playing? I mean, this just me being a kid. Yeah. But like, why am I playing a first-person shooter when I can go play COD and COD's smooth?
Right.
This is just like you're fucking clunky. Like,
no, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Yeah.
And then I don't know. I never played 4. I never had a desire to go back and like play them or anything.
Yeah.
But I really think it was just because I chose Assassin's Creed, like that.
You chose that branch of Ubisoft games.
Yeah. And like I had COD again. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go play a smooth like first person shooter.
Yeah.
And that was like back when like the prime like Call of Duties were there, so
right.
I had no reason.
Which side note, these prime Call of Duties, dude, these are playable again
on Xbox. RIP.
See the tears for our visual listeners.
Well, yeah,
audio listeners here.
We can go over like our updates and stuff, because primarily we're going to be talking about Raid episode 3 and 4, because
we did it, boys. We did it. We finished it.
But we'll go like
of our word.
Yeah, we'll go over like high overview of like all the other stuff that we did. But so ranked overall, I don't think like we've played, but we haven't been winning, dude.
Yeah, no, straight up, we haven't been winning.
Yeah,
we haven't been winning.
Yeah, like I swear, we've been winning like maybe 1 or 2 games a night, and we get so close. These games are so close.
Yeah, I think maybe like in the night, like we'll play maybe 4 or 5 games. Yeah. We'll have one game that's probably not close, and then all the other ones, they're like, we're talking 30 points on a hard point, round 5 controls, search and destroys that we choke. I mean, yeah, it's just like the SR and the win just slips away from us.
Yeah,
and it's brutal.
Yeah. And we have, so while we're recording this, I think we have like 15 days left. So by the time you guys listen, we just have a week.
Right, which is crazy.
Yeah. And are you close to Crimson? You're still Diamond 3. Are you relatively close to Crimson?
I mean, the way we're going right now.
Dude, no, yeah. I'm like, if I lose, I know right now, if I lose one more, I am out.
Yeah. Crimson. I mean, I think right now I'm a little bit more than halfway.
Okay.
Like I'm still in the 7,000s.
We'll get you there. You have to hit Crimson like once.
I know. Well, I know. And the thing is, like the past, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 weeks or so, dude, we were frying.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember I said, I was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm probably gonna hit Crimson end of the week, and then just L. It just kept going down. It's bad, but dude, I mean, everybody knows that's the ups and downs of ranked. Like, we just can't connect, or we have a bad game, bad teammates. We're playing guys who are just, they're really on their shit.
Yeah, we get super frustrated, and then we finally get a freebie, and then we loosen up instead of tightening up.
I think right now, though, I believe we're on a 2 since we last played, because we haven't played ranked in a couple of days. Well, we haven't played, what, 1 day?
Yeah, 1 day.
Yeah, I think we're on a 2-win streak.
Are we?
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the last 2 games that we played before we logged off for the night, we got wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, because even before last episode, like you said, we were cooking.
Yeah.
Like there was one point we just kept playing and playing, and I was like, dude, we should just keep playing until we lose.
Right.
'Cause we might as well take advantage of this win streak.
Right.
And help out the SR.
And we were over 5. I think
Yeah.
we lost when we won 6 in a row.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just going through a little slump.
You were pissed. You're like, dude, we're gonna go out on that.
I did. Yeah.
What was it? Was it a search that we lost?
Yeah, it was.
As a CeeLo?
No, it was Fortress.
Fortress
It was
Search.
Fortress Search, and it was. I remember the fucking.
I remember
the
it now.
1v1.
It's all coming back to me.
Yeah, I had 2 1v1s. I lost both of them. And it was bomb was planted. I was defending on A. And I killed one guy, turned into 1v1. I had 23 seconds left on the clock. I ran to back 18, and I knew the guy, like, he had to go on the bomb. I was going to wrap all the way around, and then you called out, yo, he could be on bomb. Normally, dude, normally I would be like, all right, it's in the back of my head. I'm going to go with my gut feeling.
Right.
I didn't. I went back 18, and he was waiting on bomb because he knew that was his only option, and I handed it to him.
Dude.
Killed me, got the defuse. I was like,
Is that on me, bro?
I mean,
Is that on me?
I wouldn't put it all on you
Okay.
because, I mean, you say that, like, anyways, like, we both say it.
Right.
But it's like, normally, I just put that in the back of my head, and,
Right.
like, I trust my gut.
Right. Because that's usually, I was going to say, what we end up doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if I didn't plant that in your head, that I wouldn't have even given you that thought.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's
That's how I think about
but,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's usually how our communication works with things like that. You know, is we'll give, like, just because maybe, like, in that moment, like, you're tweaking most of the time.
20,
You're like,
23 seconds. Like,
yeah, you're like, oh man, like everything's running through your head, especially if they're big rounds to win. You know, if it's like 0-0 and you're 1v1, you're like, whatever.
That round, we were down 2-3. So that would have tied it up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it, like, so obviously, yeah.
And they had the momentum too.
Yeah.
So that would have shut it down.
Because we were up 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. So they were going to walk 4 back on us.
Yeah.
But those things, like, we always say it to just let the person know, like, hey, this is an option. Like, just so you know, like, this is what, like, this could happen. Like, because you may not be thinking that. It's the same thing when we call out, like, you got stuns and a nade, or, like, you know, maybe, just chill till you got dead silence.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to be making a crazy
It
play.
eliminates, like, one option.
Right.
As long as you keep it in the back of your head.
Right.
And I would always say just listen to your gut. Like, that normally, I would say, like, 98% of the time.
Right.
That's what I do.
Right.
Like, you say whatever, and I'm like, all right, okay, I'm aware of that.
Right.
And then
Shut the fuck up. Let me do my thing.
I go and do what, like, I think the best play is.
Right.
But this time I was like, yeah, you're right. Went and checked, and he just ego childed me.
Right.
No, he didn't even ego. I ego child technically.
Right.
When I could have just sat back 18.
Yeah, he was just like, you know, ironed up.
Yeah, he was just
Waiting.
on bomb. That's all he
Yeah,
could do.
he knew, and he must have known that you were going to be playing back there anyway.
Yeah, he
You
knew.
know.
Yeah, he knew I was there because I killed someone back there.
Yeah.
and I was gonna wrap around to like the double steps and, like, go through rails and jump through the middle of, like, art,
Right.
but I didn't.
Right.
And then I got gunned. I was like, I was so mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I didn't, that was 3-3.
Right.
And then we went down 3-4. And then I'm pretty sure, then we went down 3-5, 1-4-5, and then they closed it out
Yeah.
at 6.
Which was brutal.
Yeah, that was a tough one because I'm like, if I won that, the momentum would have shifted.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I don't like losing like that.
I know. I know. No, I'm the same
It's the
way. Like,
worst.
usually when we want to lose, it's like we get outclassed. Like, these
Yeah.
guys just smoked us.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, man, those guys
Yeah.
really got good teamwork.
Yeah, that's the thing. Either outclassed or just like, you know, we know our mistakes.
Right.
Like, okay, we messed up on this, like, P30.
Right.
They just got too much time there.
Yeah.
That's on us.
Yeah.
But when you know you can beat them,
Right.
and, like, you just, you know,
Throw it away.
you throw it away completely.
Yeah. Those are the worst.
Which we did on a control too, a seal of control. This was when we were on our losing streak.
Oh, yes, I remember this,
We
yeah.
were up 2-0, and this is what I was saying. We, like, loosened up. We played a little too free instead of tightening up. And, like, we haven't won a game at this point.
Yeah.
So we're up 2-0. We're feeling good.
We were like, yeah,
Te-
we're going to get the win here.
Teammates are frying, and then we lose one round. We're like, all right, we're good.
Yep.
We're good. Lose another one. We're like, okay, let's
get a
close
grip.
this out. And then we got blown out,
Yeah.
like, round
Smoke.
5. but it was so fast. They capped A and B so fast.
Yeah, it's the momentum, you know. And again, like I said, our morale was like super high, and we were just playing loose.
Yeah.
Instead of playing with that aggression and angst.
Yeah. No, literally. Yeah.
that we were playing with
Yeah.
the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I mean that costed us.
First 2 rounds, like we're getting trades, everything that we need to do.
Right.
And we're like, oh, these guys suck. We're just gonna keep running.
Yeah.
3 down, A's capped. All right, we're good. We're good. We're at B. We go 3 down, and then they cap it.
All the fundamentals went out the window.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
just forgot how to play COD.
Yeah. But so that's been our ranked.
It's been very up and down. More
Yeah.
on the downside right now. But
By next week, hopefully, like we get you really close to Crim,
yeah.
or at least like hit it.
Yeah, I mean we just gotta hit like a good like day or
Good
two
stride.
of good stride, just
Yeah.
day or two of like good streaks,
Yeah.
and then we'll be right back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall though, like that's pretty much been it for ranked. I mean, we're gonna go play tonight. We didn't get a chance to play last night because we were doing
Yeah.
raid episode 4, bro.
And 3 and 4.
You
But
want to pause on this for a second?
yeah, I want to touch on like the old COD stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because
Let's
they
go back
are
to that first.
they're on Xbox right now.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft bought out Activision, and the FTC like approved it. So now they went and fixed all the servers on Xbox, that's super cool. But man, we don't benefit anything.
And I was gonna say too, it's weird because I don't think that they had anything to do with this.
No.
You know, because
Yeah.
I don't even think like that transition has happened yet.
Yeah.
But regardless, they did make this this change, which again, it's dope. But yeah, it sucks because it doesn't really matter for us.
Yeah,
you know?
we don't benefit. And for people that play on PC, it doesn't matter to you either.
Yeah, it's just for the Xbox people.
Yeah, because I saw a tweet that was like, there are 10,000 people playing Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I saw
So,
that.
like, that's sick.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Black Ops 2 and same thing with MW3, there was around that much.
Yeah.
Dude, drives me nuts.
Yeah. So, we can't play it.
Dude,
That's-
in a minute I would go back and play those games.
Yeah, I would too if that many people were on just
Yeah.
to try it out.
Oh, yeah.
Just for like the day or two, and then
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this before, right? With one of the X Labs people.
Yeah.
Like playing those games. Like I would definitely go back and we'd have a day where we just go and like we'll float between the games. We'll play MW3, we'll play MW2, Black Ops 2, 3, whatever. But yeah, now we just have to kind of sit like like the Squidward meme where he's up in his house,
looking
out the window.
SpongeBob and Patrick are
yeah.
like
That's
doing
us.
it.
All the Xbox people and then us Sony and PC people.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
So that's that news. And want to go over like some MW3 like leaks. Not that much came out, but
Well, the fact that MW3 is the official name.
yeah. MW. Did you see the
I'm
logo
shocked, bro.
or the fake logo?
I'm shocked. I don't
It's just the
believe that I saw it.
you know the MW2 logos, just the MW, and then the 2 like M's or the 2 lines in the middle are highlighted.
I believe
blue.
so. Okay.
So MW3 is the MW logo, but then the 3
Is that
like
it?
Yeah. Well, so I saw that, but I saw another one that was like the left of the far M and then the right of the far W, and then
Oh, and then
this
the one in the middle.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It looked cool. I was like, all right, that's clean. That's clean.
Yeah, I like that. I know
Um,
exactly what you're saying.
But good news, there could be. So someone was like data mining or whatever, right? And they found files for MW3 that there are red dots.
Hallelujah.
Again, this is rumors,
Right.
but the fact there are red dots, that's amazing. The ninja perk is coming back, could be coming back. I don't want to say anything
Right.
like fact, obviously. And they found like the traditional perk system, like they're gonna have perks again, but they're gonna have like gear. That's what they're calling it. Which this is like very interesting to me because if they execute this well, I like it more than the perk system now.
Oh yeah.
It's basically like when you think of gear, right? Like your operators, like helmet, gloves, pants, boots, whatever. But say like everybody has sleight of hand, right? But your sleight of hand pro is getting like these special gloves. And if you attach these gloves onto your character, you get sleight of hand pro. So you have to earn like this gear in some way. Or I don't know, you get like certain boots and you get like extreme conditioning or you like the ninja perk. Which, if they execute this really well, this could be really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it'll be a really it'll be a good change. I think that they've realized that this system that they've got now, this perk system, it ain't it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody likes it, and I just don't really think there's anything that's worthwhile to take from it. Especially now, if they're going to try to implement things that they have from the older CODs, it's just not going to fit into the system that they've made. So it's really good. It's good to see them. You know, I mean, from what we're seeing right now, making some changes towards what people have always wanted. And I don't really know where this comes from. If this is just, you know, like they're listening to the community, or they're seeing the environment around them, what like big changes are going on within like the other first person genres. Like, again, we've talked about X Defiant before, and what people are looking for. I really don't know where it stems from, but if they do follow through with this stuff, I'm thankful. I mean, man, I miss having like red dots, having, you know, a perk system, having ninja as a perk, instead of me having to be like, yo, bro, don't move, wait for your dead silence.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what is that?
Yeah.
You know? It's, yeah, I think it's going to lend itself into a much better game. It's inevitably what we've been saying since day one about this. Like, MW3, everybody knows, or if you don't know, you should know, it's going to be a reskin of Modern Warfare 2, right? I mean, that's pretty fair to say. Like, it's going to be MW2 2.0.
Yeah.
Just like the original was. So if they make these small changes, then we're going to have a really good game on our hands here.
Yeah.
A very good game.
Yeah. And like you said, we should all know that MW3 is going to be very, very similar to MW2. And we've already said from the beginning, like, we believe that MW2 has a good base. They add red dots. That's great. They bring the ninja perk. You know, that's great. We don't have dead silence anymore.
Yep.
They implement like this new gear or whatever. Like, I'm willing to try it out. Like, that sounds very interesting. Like, it's just another way to get like pro perks or whatever. And, you know, imagine they take away doors. They take away, like, they don't add windows or whatever.
Yeah, no destructible nonsense.
Yeah, and they take away tac sprint, but I don't think that'll ever happen because of Warzone. But imagine, like, could you imagine they just go and take away tac sprint completely?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's great.
Yeah. I mean, say my controller.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, take away tac sprint and just give me the slide.
Yeah. I mean, and these are all like small changes we're talking about. You
Yeah.
know. And it'll make a much better game. It'll make a much better experience. I mean, this stuff all just came out today, right, as we're recording this. I don't think any of this came out over the weekend. Did it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Some
a
of
couple
it
of it did, yeah.
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 So this is all like very new news that we're getting. It's small, but it's still something.
Yeah, it's something.
And again, it's nothing like confirmed. But like I said, I would be surprised to see like massive changes to this game where it doesn't look recognizable. I think we're going to see that when we go to the next COD.
Yeah.
After this, we'll see a lot of big changes. I did see some quote somewhere that, I don't know, it was Activision, or I don't know where the quote came from, that they were saying that was going to be the most advanced COD yet. Which that always scares me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what are we talking about, bro?
How advanced are you?
Yeah, I'm like,
what are you
dude,
talking
am I going to
about?
be able to change like how many holes or perforations I have on the side of my suppressor right now? Like,
And is that going to impact like the weapon?
yeah, I'm like, if we're talking about that, like, forget about it.
Dude, we already have like 50 plus attachments. We're going bigger.
Yeah,
Can you
dude, we have
imagine?
50 plus suppressors.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we don't need all this stuff.
Yeah, like this. You can build your own weapon.
Yeah.
There are no categories.
yeah, legit. Yeah,
Like, there-
you
you
want to
are the
3D print
gunsmith.
this thing, bro? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, we'll see. This is good news. So,
Yeah,
you
this
know,
is definitely. Yeah, this is all good stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're-
Yeah, exactly. The glass is always half full. There's nothing from this so far where I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, like, oh shit, here we go.
I
again.
did before like we started like recording this. So I saw like a comment on our Instagram.
Shout out to whoever that was.
They did say though, like, I'm never buying COD again. It's a dead game.
Yeah.
But you know, thanks for the engagement. I appreciate that. Yeah. Like,
Well, I mean, dude, there's so many people. How many times, like, again, I always appreciate the people that are engaging because we see a lot of different opinions on this
and
stuff.
we respond too.
always try.
Like, yeah, we all, and this is the thing. We've always said, it's so funny when people are like, your take's just awful. I'm like, and then we respond and we're like, well, we're not saying it's wrong.
Yeah.
Because we agree with like the majority of stuff why people hate the game.
Right.
It's not like we're oblivious and blind to it. Like Activision doesn't pay us anything.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there was a guy today on TikTok. He said I'm a meat writer. He said I'm a COD meat writer over here for the game that's out right now. I'm like, bro, the fuck, you know? I'm like, man, I don't care. I'll die on that hill. I like this game.
Yeah.
Are there problems with it? I'm not over here like, dude, this is the perfect game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no way.
yeah.
You know. But again, I think that's just part of who we are. We always try to keep the glass half full and look at the positives in these games.
Yeah.
There's very few times where I look at games like, I mean, Warzone, that's a whole other thing. We don't know anything about that. Right? It sounds like it's a dead game. You know? But like, there's very few times where things look so grim that I'm like, I can't even play this game. I can't deal with it. You know. So yeah, it's like we're always going to be fans of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we grew up playing it, and it seems like, you know, Activision's listening, or at least the developers are listening.
Right.
So
there's something going on there.
Yeah, because I swear, like, MW2 this year just felt different because a lot of people hated it. Again, like, I think the game's still better than Vanguard.
Yeah,
the game's not that bad, guys.
Yeah, 100%. People just say, again, they have recency bias.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff broken with it, trust me.
But we're not going to be over here and say that this game is better than Cold War, because that's a lie.
Yeah, complete lie. Yeah.
It's like that. Like, we got to live in reality here a little bit. You know.
Just wait until, like, so our TikTok will be out and Reel will be out by the time this posts. But the one where you roast like MW2.
Oh yeah.
Say like MW2 is the most overrated Call of Duty. Dude, I can't wait to see what people say.
I'll die on that hill, bro. I think it's overrated.
Yeah,
I seriously do. Like, it's. I go watch the short. Go watch the short.
Yeah.
I won't reiterate the short.
Yeah,
go check it out.
But I mean, dude, like, if you guys played MW2 back then, you know, it's just so much nostalgia. That's why we love it.
Yeah, I mean,
it changed the game. Like, don't get me wrong. Would I take MW2 now over this? Yes. Like, that's not even a question. I would take MW2 over this.
Yeah.
But don't like, because we, again, go to the short. But don't say that game was perfect. There's a lot of things broken with it.
Yeah.
Just as many things broken with MW2, and people might say cap to that. But dude, MW2 had, like, it just worked fine. The mechanics and everything. But the weapons were broken. The fucking commando knife was broken. MW2, like, we have stupid stuff like snaking. We have the stupid tac sprint.
Right.
We have a lot of dumb stuff.
Dude, like, people say that Black Ops 2 is probably the closest there's ever been to a perfect COD. I would say, like, I mean, I can't as much on Black Ops 2 because I didn't hang there as much, but MW3, that's about as perfect as it can get. I mean, that game, there were flaws with that game. There's always flaws with every COD.
Yeah.
But that game was pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close to being a perfect game.
I'll speak on Black Ops 2 because I mean, I got to third prestige. Like, that was enough, I'd say. But that game was, I would say, it was pretty on par with MW3. I didn't give the time of day because I didn't get it when the game launched. I got it, like, later on.
Right.
Like, even after Christmas, like, towards the end of its life cycle.
Dude, again, and for us too, Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah, that's advanced.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the same thing. That's up there for a pretty perfect game.
Yeah.
You know, like, again, what makes a good COD are good maps, good movement, and I would say overall balance.
Yeah.
You know, like, personally, I think those are the three things you need in any COD for it to be good.
Yeah.
I would say a big thing too, though, is just like the maps. If you have really good maps, that COD is already really, really good.
Yeah, and I think a big part too is, like, you have to be entertained while you're playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I think any game with specialists was already entertaining. Like, you get superpowers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll end it there, and we'll move on to the big topic. So we played Raid episode 3 and 4.
We're done with Raid.
3 worked.
Thank God. Yeah, your bug issue, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They ended up fixing it, so we were all playing with bated breath here.
Yeah.
We got to that part.
3, basically, like, so spoilers, if you guys haven't played, don't listen to this part unless you don't care, then keep listening.
Then don't listen to the rest of the episode. We'll see you in 128.
Yeah. But in episode 3, it was Farah, Alex, and Captain Price, and they found out there was, like, a nuclear, like, warhead, and we had to go through like a bunch of puzzles and stuff to go find Farah's brother, because Farah's brother, like, you know, had it and stuff. So we played episode 3. It was, I mean, dude, we played it so many times because, again, my game just kept crashing. But we memorized like all the steps and we flew. It was like we were a CDL team.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was, yeah, we hadn't played it for what, a couple months probably.
Probably for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking we were gonna have to dust off the rust, but no, dude, we didn't even talk during that. We're just like,
we flew. And then we got to, I guess, like the main part. It was like the server room. It was all dark and there was water everywhere. And the main puzzle was there are numbers along the wall, and all 3 of you have to coordinate pressing like the right number like across the water. And basically, like, you were like, I'll cover 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll cover 5, 6, 7, 8, and then our buddy would cover the other 4.
Right.
And it was really fun. But, dude, I remember the first time we attempted that, we were like, dude, this is so cool. And it took us a while to get it. But then after that, it was just... It was so fast.
We had it on lock. I mean, this was a really cool part of it just because I like the teamwork aspect of it. And I think overall, that's what they did a really good job executing with all of these raids.
Yeah.
Is the teamwork stuff. I would say 3, though, like, as we go through it now, 3, I have to go back and play 1 and 2. 3 didn't have as much of it because it had this part. Then after this there was like the firefight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a firefight after that. We got through that. I'm trying to think what happens after that in 3.
After that, we get it's more of a firefight.
Yeah.
Like, it's more firefights, and then ends with a cliffhanger. But like, before we get to that, but yeah, the main thing was that puzzle.
Yeah, that was the big part of it. I mean, granted too, like, it felt like for us, at least for me, I'll say, when we got to that part, I was like, all right, now the raid starts. Like,
exactly.
now the episode starts.
Yeah.
But there was already so much that we'd actually already done.
Yeah, but that, I think, again, we're biased because we literally played it so many times.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like for us, because we had already done we played that first part, I mean, probably like 10, 15 times.
Yeah.
We'd done it. Oh, and now that was like the majority of it. Then when we got through our puzzle parts.
The puzzle part was like the big thing.
Yeah.
Right? That was its like highlight. Because I remember the first time we did it, and we're like, whoa, this is hard. This is complicated.
Yeah, it was.
But this time we did it, I think it took us like 2 attempts or something like that, 3 attempts. And we just flew.
Yeah.
We were like, yep, I'm here. Press a button. We're good. All right, on to the firefight. Mm-hmm. And that's just because we had so many reps.
Yeah, so many reps of doing it.
And yeah, then we got to the firefight. That was probably like, minus like the puzzle, like the hardest part, because there are juggernauts coming and stuff. Mm-hmm. We mowed them down. And then we got to the next firefight, which it was like within the caves, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or the not caves, the railroad.
Yeah.
And that's when we got to the end and we found Farah's brother, and then it ends there.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, like, if we played Raid Episode 3 all the way through and had no problems, like, I was like, oh, that's a really good episode.
Yeah.
And I would have been pissed at that cliffhanger, because that was a really good cliffhanger.
Right.
And then, but we didn't, obviously.
Yeah, thankfully we had 4.
Yeah. Then we could go right into 4.
Yeah, this is like, it's like Netflix when you're over here.
No, yeah, literally.
You know.
So now 4, though, oh, man.
4 was insane. I would say
4 is the best episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
4 is the best, no doubt. They challenge you with everything in this episode. Mm-hmm. I would say each of them, they all, like, if you're pretty casual like us, it take about an hour. A little bit more than an hour, somewhere around there. Like, they could take... Well, actually, no, it'd take longer. About an hour and a half, right?
It took us...
Out there?
It took us nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah.
I get all tripped up because the IW record that they have is like some fugazi nonsense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, you're right. I mean, yeah, take about...
It took us an hour and 18 minutes. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, an hour and... Not an hour. What the fuck am I saying? It took us an hour and 58 minutes.
What did the second... or episode 4 take us? Do you remember?
Episode 4?
Yeah, or 3, sorry.
Oh, 3? We blew through that.
Yeah. Trying to think how long it would take.
Like, maybe like 40 minutes. But literally, that's just because we had so many reps
played
on
so
it.
many times, yeah. But like for us, I mean, this one in particular, though, was hard.
It was hard.
It was so like a lot of that was a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
Because so this one starts off like picking up right from episode 3, where Farah's brother goes and captures you, or has his people go and like they imprison you. And then when you spawn up in the game, you're in prison. So there's 2 people in prison. It's Price and who is it again?
Alex.
Alex are in prison, just behind bars. And then Farah is being interrogated or like tortured, but she's blinded. She has a blindfold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, this was the biggest trip.
Yeah.
Trying to do this was insane.
So to give you guys like some background, right? Like, so we started, shout out to our boy, by the way, that helped us get through this, because oh my god, like
he's a G.
It was hard.
Yeah, and he's good too, so that helps.
Yeah. So I spawned in as Farah the first time,
right?
And you and our friend were just like talking back and forth. You're like, "Oh, there's a knife there." I'm like, "Dude, what are you guys talking about?
Right.
I can't see anything."
Right.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm blindfolded." They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, legit. I can't see anything." And then there's a part where you and him have to communicate to me over the mic through a camera, like, oh, move left, move right a little bit, move forward. And there's like lasers that you have to dodge, and you have to dodge enemies.
Yeah.
And so I died. I'm pretty sure I exploded because I hit the laser. And then it cycled to our friend. He died. And then it went over to you, and then it just stuck.
Yeah, I think I had to do it.
Was it 3 times?
3 times? Yeah, 3 or 4 times.
You kind of think that's pretty impressive. It only took us that long.
Right. That it isn't that bad when you think about it. Like, considering if you haven't played it, again, we say it all the time, bro, the raid episodes are like the best, like one of the best additions to this game.
Yeah.
And they're so fun.
Yeah.
I will say though, this would suck with randos. Like complete hamsters, like this would be very bad. If you've got a crew of people or you got some boys that you like
3.
relatively tight with, do it with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like when you're blinded, it is bad. Like you can't see anything. You know, you literally just have a sack on, like a sack on, and it's like, okay, how do I go through this? And you have to go and communicate. Like, okay, shift right, like take small steps right. Okay, move straight, just go straight. Like keep going, stop.
Laser's about to hit you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and there was when you're going up, like at one point there's a staircase, dude. I remember seeing it when I was behind the bars the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, like that's wild. And then, of course, I got to it, and I was the first person to get to it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man. He was like, okay, bro, so you're going to have to jump here. I'm like, hold on, what?
Yeah.
And you're just like, we're talking. He's like, all right, full sprint, jump.
Dude,
like, we hit it. It was...
So, yeah.
I fell the first time, and then it did it the next 2 times.
Yeah. So you need a solid 3, and you need a comm.
Yeah.
You have to comm.
Yeah, you have to have mics.
Yeah.
There's no way you could do that without mics. It's impossible.
I think all of raid you
have to talk.
Mics. But yeah, so you got through this blindfolded part, right? But this is the thing, like you didn't even get the other options like I did, because I was behind bars.
Yeah.
I was Price, I think, or Alec. I was Price. And while you were doing that, like you got to the 2nd floor, like to jump, right? The guard like came over to me, and I had to distract him.
Yeah.
And it was like time based. Like I kept asking him questions, and you got to the top, right? And I saw you like crawling with the sack on your head. I'm like, oh, and this guy's like, I had to time asking him a question, like hitting it, because he was trying to turn around, but there was a time limit on that. So I ran out of questions to ask, and he turns around, and you're there with the
just
sack,
like looking around.
Yeah, he's like, what the heck? And he kills you.
Yeah.
But you made it up, and then our friend like cut you.
Yeah, has to take the take the sack off.
Yeah.
And then you get like you hit a button, free everybody.
Yeah.
And then it's like immediate firefight.
Yeah.
And then you go through like then you go into like a tunnel, and you're doing some stealth section, kind of like trying to move your way through that. We failed miserably. The stealth section was not stealthy.
Yeah.
We did decent. Like we're hiding under cars. Like that's what they wanted you to do.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing that. But
we screwed up where we should have picked people off.
Yeah.
Because we tried getting through all the way, but the game was
anybody.
not. Like
they didn't want you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. That was so funny though.
Yeah, that part was rough. And then like the hardest part about this was for sure like there were I think 2 or 3 sections that were with these lasers.
It was 3.
3 sections.
Yeah, 3.
So there are all these like random parts in the like in the mission or in the level where there's gonna be these lasers that are like, I don't know where the hell they're coming from. They think they're like these laser guns, and you just have
laser
to
traps.
you have to dodge these, and they're all like following some sort of pattern. And if you hit them, like the laser goes off and it explodes. Like the whole place is like rigged.
You all die.
Yeah, it's like instant death.
And there's explosive red cans like everywhere. Like literally, if you touch a laser, everything explodes.
Yeah. Well, and the thing's nice too about it is that they're quick to respawn you.
Yeah.
You know, so they're like, and they make sure to point out who caused it.
Yeah.
They'll say like Farah, you know, did this or whatever. Dude, this part we were in tears.
Dude, it was so funny.
Oh my god, it was hilarious because we were all just morons. Like we're getting like so antsy, trying to be like, dude, let's just get through this part. We're like hauling, we're jumping, we're dolphin diving into lasers. Like couldn't read these read the patterns. I'm like, let's slow down. Like let's figure this out. Hold on. It was really funny. The first one wasn't as bad.
Second and third one were
hard.
They're tough. Yeah. And this is the thing. This is why, like we said, you need to play with the solid core 3 because this will get you angry.
Yeah.
Because all 3 of you have to make it past this.
Yeah.
And if one of you doesn't have like the Shotzi movement,
you're screwed.
Yeah, dude. Good luck.
Yeah.
Like, because I was saying it before. Like, thank God we had our friend help us, and he plays a lot of COD and he's good, so he understands the movement and stuff.
Right.
If we picked up like your other friend.
Yeah,
it would have been very hard.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
And dude, these lasers, it was so funny.
Oh yeah, it was brutal.
Because there were points like, dude, you saw me the second puzzle where like you have to jump down and you have to jump on the rafters or whatever. Dude, you saw me cook. I jumped down and like got through. I'm like, and I got super super close, and then obviously, you know, someone on the team dies and they all explode, but. We all got so close to the end. We're like, we can just do it. Just book it. But obviously that didn't work. But it was so funny, though, because that specific one, you and our friend, you guys, like, followed each other. And I got stuck because I thought, like I had to run away because I thought it was going to hit me. So I went in a different direction. And somehow I made it through. And the whole time I was just stressed because I'm like, dude, if I mess up, 2 of you are already here at the checkpoint. Like, we have to restart.
Right.
But we made it. It was a lot of fun. And the third one was hilarious.
That was the one with was that the spinning one where you had to jump up on the beams? Is that was the second one?
That was the second one.
What was the third one then again?
The third one was the tunnel.
Oh,
with
yeah.
It was explosions like everywhere.
Yeah.
Remember, like, oh, wait, no, there are 4 parts.
Were there?
But unless you count the tunnel part.
Bro, do I look this up right now?
No, I can explain it to you. You remember, so we get through that part where you drop down, right? And like have to jump on the beams.
Yeah.
The other one was like a cave, and we all had to get to one room, like the middle room, and then you press a button and the
yeah.
But we didn't know these, like, I started shooting because I thought someone was coming.
Right.
And I shot the barrels, and it just
instant death.
Exploded everything. Yeah. But that one, honestly, I don't know how we got through that one that quick.
I was going to say, that's why I don't remember that one as well.
Lucky.
Yeah, that one we didn't struggle with at all.
Yeah.
I remember the other 2 because we were struggling with those so much.
Yeah. That one, honestly, I think we got really lucky.
Yeah. Because we got stuck on that for a while.
We were hitting some insane jumps.
Yeah.
And then, the last one was the tunnel where the laser, it looked like a fucking EDM tour.
Now it's coming back to me. Now I remember exactly the part you're talking about. Yeah. I remember you said something to me. You're like, dude, how'd you get over there?
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, dude, just don't even think about it. Like, you got that movement. You know you do. Like, just play like it's multiplayer. Just jump around, you know? Yeah, I remember then he died, our buddy, he died like 3 or 4 times on that. He like fell down.
Yeah.
Remember that?
But he saved himself.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we definitely got lucky on that. The other ones were really hard. But dude, I'll tell you though, man, like those parts were hard. Dude, that didn't compare though to like, well, there's 2 parts after that we'll do.
Yeah.
The part after this, so you go through all the laser sections and then you need to get this. It's not even like, I don't even know if you knew exactly what it was that you had to get going in. Maybe you did.
It was a nuclear like
it's like
warhead.
uranium, like a ball of uranium.
Yeah.
And so like you go into this room and there's a map up on the wall, and then there's a button for the door. So you have to, like, the whole thing, 2 people go in and 1 person has to stay and have them, like, again, communicate to navigate this maze, saying like, oh, you need to go to door like 3 or 4. That's where this warhead is that you have to go and pick up.
Yeah, and it changes every time you die.
Right.
And the person, like, in this room, like you said, they have this giant map. It's literally like what's it? It's like Battleship.
Yeah.
And you can see all when you're inside the room, like, it's all juggernauts.
Yeah, that's the part too.
Juggernauts.
Yeah, they're all jugs with miniguns.
Yeah, and there's fire, like, spewing out of these cans, like, in the room. And the person in the room has to, like, call, all right, you need to go left, go right. And people in the room obviously avoid the juggernauts. Oh, and, like, by the way, there's fire, so you need to tell the person in the room to turn off the fire.
Right.
And that was hard because we finally figured it out. You have to kill 1 juggernaut that has the key card. And
to open up those doors, to open up the door to get the uranium.
Yeah. But this juggernaut, like, every time you die, could spawn. He could be in the middle with the other juggernauts. He could be isolated by himself. And you could kill him. And we got lucky because the doors were close.
Right.
Killed him. It glitched out, like, a few times.
Yeah, it was weird. We would kill him and then the key card wouldn't drop.
Yeah.
But thankfully, like, subsequent times that we did do it, we were able to kill him and then get it. The only problem with this too, though, is, like, obviously when you do that, like, he like spools up the minigun and then all the other jugs come by. So now you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, you got to deal with this.
Yeah.
But you go and you open the door, you grab the uranium, and this is like where it sucks because whoever's carrying the uranium, first off, you don't have a gun. So you're just walking. You can't run with it. And then it's like you're getting radiation poisoning from this thing.
Yeah.
So you have to put it down and then, like, wait and then end up, like, picking it up again. You were really smart and were like, yo, put it down and then I'll pick it up. So we were like, it was basically like with a baton.
Yeah.
You know, like when I would start, like, my guy is on death's door, I would just drop it and start walking and you'd pick it up and we kept doing this.
Yeah.
And on all the while, like, our third guy is calming to us, like, trying to give us the best path back without getting these juggernauts because I think we did it maybe 3 or 4 times where we got melted. Like, the jugs, they would kill us.
We got stuck inside the vent.
Yeah, because there's, like, all those, like, little vents that you just mentioned that you can kind of use to circumvent, no pun intended, the area.
Yeah.
But the only problem is, like, we would do that, but then they would know where we are, so they're literally just, like, camping outside both of the entrances. And we're like, well, we're screwed.
Yeah.
And yeah, we ended up dying a lot on that.
And when we get this warhead, right? The person in the room is, like, battling. Like, people are, like, trying to kill them.
I forgot about that too. Yeah.
So that person has to calm
while he's, like, fighting.
Yeah, while he's fighting, and, like, he almost died, like, at the end.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, like, we're stuck in there with these juggernauts trying to kill us, getting like radiation points.
And if he dies, then it's over because he can't
open the door.
Yeah, he can't open the door, so then we're screwed.
Yeah. So, like, that was the toughest part.
That's a lot of steps going into that.
Yeah. He gave great comms, though.
Yeah, the best comms.
We had the good chem.
Yeah.
We just hauled.
Yeah, we got it. So then you get through that part, and then that is where, like, you put this ball of uranium in some case, so it's secured, so he doesn't use it to destroy whatever, and then that's when you get to the final part of the mission, or like mainly the last 2 parts of the mission here, where you go through the doors, and then there's Farr's brother in an elevator, and he's trying to escape.
Well, before that.
What even happens before that?
The crane. Remember, we have to move the crane, the water.
No, that's in That's not in. We're getting tripped up on that. That's episode. Did we leave that out? That's in 3.
Is it in 3?
Yeah, I think the crane is in episode 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a whole other part we even forgot about in 3.
Yeah, that part was hard too.
That part was hard too. Yeah.
Well,
with the water and having to, like, raise them up. Yeah, that was definitely 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah, trust, bro.
Okay.
that was episode 3. I'm fairly sure it was.
All right, backshore side.
I'll go look it up to confirm. While you're talking.
But yeah, so when we finish that path, right, and the whole point is now, all right, we have to go get Farr's brother, and what you were saying, if it's true, we walk in.
If it's true, bro.
We walk into the part. Farr's brother's, like, in this elevator, and we're like, all right, we have to get him now. And this part, we just tripped up so many times because we didn't know what the game wanted us to do. It was like, stop the elevator. And you ascend up into the building. You have to kill a bunch of enemies, right? Riot shielders, like jugs and stuff. We get to the top. The elevator's still going. Is episode 3? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that like after then, real quick, because this part was actually
That part was nuts.
it was cool. So we go through, right? And we get to the top, elevator's still going, and they're like, "Oh, stop the elevator." We're like, "What do you mean?"
Dude, we were losing composure on this.
We get 3 grown-ass men jumping on the elevator trying to stop it.
Yeah.
And we're like,
every
what are we
time
supposed to
Far
do?
escaped, whatever his name is, his brother escaped. We're like, dude, are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
what are we supposed to do? Meanwhile, we're getting shot on top of the elevator. We're
Right.
wide open.
Right.
Then our boy finally figured out that, there are these like locks like on the elevator, these counterweights or whatever.
Yeah.
That we have to break. And we're like, oh, okay. And we finally go up and we start shooting these counterweights. Dude, they're not breaking.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way then.
Yeah.
That can't be it. And he started meleeing. He's like, dude, we have to melee. And then we all just start spamming.
This is ridiculous. Like, this part pissed me off because, like, first off, I couldn't even get in there to actually melee. It was literally just you two. Like, you guys were doing it all. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, they don't... Like, he had to figure this out. There's no, like... I say QTE, but there's nothing to tell you to do that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we're just over here shooting. I'm like, how does this thing not work?
Yeah. We're emptying, like, clips,
Yeah.
giant clips into this.
But thankfully, breaks them. He figures this out in the moment. He's like, break it, we're gonna biff. And we do.
Yeah.
Thing drops down. we both go down.
Yeah, this doesn't...
I don't know how this happens.
I don't know if that's how, like...
It's supposed to
It's supposed to happen?
I don't know.
I gotta research this,
Because, 3 of us there, and then, you and me go down.
this elevator falls, like, I don't know how many stories.
Yeah.
Like, we were in a giant building, and it just falls down.
Like,
crashes.
hundreds of yards.
Yeah.
Like, big time. This thing's all the way down to the bottom, flying.
Yeah.
And somehow he lives.
Yeah, his legs didn't break or
Yeah.
anything. Like
Both of
ours.
us, we got absolutely wrecked. So again, if he died there, I don't know what checkpoint they would have given us. But thankfully he reses us. Then we go down, and this was like the last fight, and this fight sucked.
Yeah.
This was the hardest, I would say that for sure the hardest fight of the entire episode, or like the entire episode, definitely
Yeah.
of all 4 of them. You go to check the elevator because Price is like, go to Mitchell. You know?
Yeah.
So
Make sure
of
that-
course,
his
make sure
brother's
he's dead. You go there. Of course, elevator's not opening right away because then there's a whole bunch of people that come.
Yeah.
You know, they give us some light work at first.
Yeah.
We're like popping these guys' headies all day. Then they throw in the riot shielders with the AA-12 Akimbos, with
Yeah.
Commando Pro, with smokes. We're
Armor.
like,
Dude,
all
they're
right.
throwing trophy
Yeah,
systems
dude,
too.
bro, we legit, we're playing ranked right
Yeah,
now. They're throwing
yeah.
trophies at us. I'm like, what is going on? We kill those guys. Then they bring out the jugs. Then they bring out another one and another one.
There were a lot of
They were
drugs.
probably, I would say total, there had to have been like 7 or 8 of them.
I think it was over 10, to be honest. Not
It
gonna lie.
wouldn't surprise me, bro. I mean, there were so many of them.
And we were getting overwhelmed.
Thankfully, they had armor and ammo resupply
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here, so you could do that. But problem is like after a while,
you get overran.
yeah, and there were stairs on both sides, so we would end up taking those to get to the next floor to be able to continue this firefight
not
that's
die,
going on.
yeah.
Yeah, to not
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Dude, this part was just so hard. It was so taxing.
Yeah, and dude, I'm telling you, this is a strat because I always do this in campaigns and in like missions like this.
Yeah.
If there's a jug, go pick up that minigun because that's what I did in
Yeah,
episode
seriously.
3. When we were in that firefight,
Yeah.
we killed the jug. I picked up the minigun and just started spraying.
Yeah.
If you can get a minigun, it's gonna help you so much.
Oh, big time.
Pick it up and you'll shred through the juggernauts.
Yeah.
Like it.
Oh,
I mean,
it
it's still
was
gonna be
so
hard,
clutch.
but you'll shred through them.
Yeah. Now that was definitely like one of the keys to victory for us.
Yeah.
Doing that, and then
But,
like this was like
yeah.
I don't know, 3rd or 4th attempt. I think it's probably 4th attempt.
And you have to like watch your backs and call out because they can go up the other side of the stairs and literally like flank you.
Oh yeah, no, it gets
Yeah.
and they haul these guys.
Yeah.
Truck.
It
in these
gets
suits.
crazy.
So it took us a long time to like. That was definitely. And that was very frustrating. But like this whole section, like doing the elevator thing, like when it was going up, and then the firefight at the end, and this is also like midnight now.
Yeah.
So we're like, bro, we gotta get through this. Like
Yeah.
we need to. And it was so tough. But we finally got through it. Go down to the elevator. And next cutscene rolls, and we're over here, we're gassed. We're like, we did it.
Yeah.
We got through it. And he, Price is interrogating him, and Alex are and Farr. They're having some little, teary-eyed moments, talking about family, whatever.
And then Farr chooses Americans over.
Yeah, which we were like, fuck yeah.
Choose us. Well, not the Americans. Task
the Task 141.
Yeah, 141. Yeah.
The British boys.
Yeah.
So then of course he mutters something about like the real enemies, and Price is like, who's that?
Yeah.
And he's like, the Russians. And we're like, say his name. Say his name. We know who it is. We know he's talking about Makarov. We want to hear this man's name. The way that they're leaving this off, though, we're for sure getting raid. We have to in Modern Warfare 3. There's no way that they give us the ghost treatment with this.
No,
they leave us on a cliffhanger, and it never gets resolved.
Yeah, because the way they ended this, like you said, he died, but he never said
who it was.
Like he was about to say it, and then he dies.
Yeah, he pieces out.
Yeah,
but he obviously refers to like there's a much bigger war that's going on that's going to continue this. So like be ready. Which sets up for MW3. But then like they all kind of they don't like say goodbye or anything, but they just get on different helicopters and they get picked up out of there and they peace out, and then that's it.
They go back to like their
respective bases or
their
whatever
bases,
they need to do. Yeah. So like the story itself overall with Raid, like closing out, was really good.
Yeah.
I like that it's only a handful of people. And my biggest thing, like, I mean, Raid episode 4, if I could give it an 11 out of 10, I would. It was so fun. It was hard.
Yeah.
But though we're doing like post game bitching right now, like it's just hard. It's not annoying, like everything is understandable because especially like this guy is such a high value target. So they're like throwing everything they got at you.
Yeah.
The laser stuff was just comedy. Like, and the same thing with the blindfold.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny gameplay. But it's like we find the entertainment, and it's obviously serious, but like it's just funny, like good. It's good content.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, the comms need to be like perfect. You need like a good core.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like this episode really tests you, like on all fronts.
Yeah.
Everything that like you need to have good comms, you need to have good gun skill. Your movement needs to be really good. Like I would have to say honestly, like you have to be a relatively decent player.
Yeah. And I like how they tie this back. Like the Raid episodes are all about like teamwork.
Yeah.
It's all teamwork and communications, and like going back to just even when MW2 came out, like the whole like catchphrase of it is like the teamwork.
Right.
Like, we are a team. And Raid definitely like played into that. You had to be a team because like you said, if your comms are off, you're screwed.
You're just going to be stuck doing the same thing, and you're going to hate it. So you got to take it. Like, I mean, we went into it and we were taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Like I had a whole issue with my mic like I'd had before, and I was just like, we're not doing this. Like, I'm not. I wasn't even gonna be convinced otherwise. But no, dude, it's all good. I'm like, no, I'm not playing this where my mic is slightly bad.
Dude, could you imagine like if you disconnect during episode 4?
Oh yeah.
Like halfway through. God.
I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
I was so worried that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if that happens, I'm literally gonna break my PlayStation. Right
episode 4 is just long.
Yeah.
Like it's hard, like you said, but also in episode 3 we could like breeze through because it wasn't it was like teamwork and stuff, but it was a lot of gunfights. This is like, dude, unless you're like insane and you just memorize the path and the exact timings of like the blindfold and you don't need us talking,
right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're a freak. This one, everything that you do, like all the puzzles, they all require constant teamwork. To pull them off. So it's not one that you want to keep repeating. You'll definitely get frustrated with it. But we did it. I mean, we did it our first try. We loaded up to it. Said it took us damn near 2 hours.
Yeah, 118 minutes.
Yeah, really hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you haven't played these, I don't know what you're doing.
If
you're missing out.
Go play.
Yeah, you're seriously like I think you're really missing out on a big part of this game that gets slept on, and I don't see people talking about it. It's for sure one of the best additions to this to the series.
Yeah,
like it's on par with Zombies for me.
Yeah, I think too. Like, it's the co-op aspect because we've been like fiending for that
always.
Because like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's on zombies because I just see those as just like two completely like separate things.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's just like, I don't know, if you have that core three, my thing is like, if they didn't have a third person, like they could lower the standard somehow to only have two people, because some people might not have a third, like us.
Right.
Like, our friend was just able to play with us and
Right.
it helped out.
He's thankfully a third that we can have.
Yeah.
But like, you go back a couple of months or whatever, like no way.
Yeah, it was just us playing.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the same boat.
And that does like restrain a lot of people, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
Because like a trio's just, I don't like, how often do people have trios? I just imagine, you know, most people are playing as duos.
Right.
And he was able to help us out like a ton. And having, if you have three people, just go and play. Because now it's like you said, you can binge it.
Right.
You can do episode 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, and you're good.
All in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a ton of fun. Episode 4, I would definitely rank the best. Should we rank the episodes?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to go back and play 1 and 2, but I would definitely say it's got to be probably 4, 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, that's how I would rank it.
Yeah,
exactly.
there you go, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we're always we're always on it. Come on.
4, 1, 3, 2. Yeah, because 1, like,
They set the bar high.
That
right
was
off the
hard.
rip. Yep.
Like, I don't know, dude. I would even put that like up towards like 4.
Yeah.
That's
not crazy.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't remember, 1, you were like in the water.
Yeah.
Trying to fight and then like communicate 3 codes, and I remember we finally did it.
Handing off the oxygen.
Yeah. And then we got to the final base, and like it's just a circle, a little circle, and drones are flying at you, like juggernauts are coming in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, one's very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, again, 1 and 4 are really hard.
Yeah.
And I would say too, like they're my favorites because the puzzles are extensive.
Yeah.
And I love that. I mean, you said it, like we're always fiending for a co-op game. Like we played like It Takes Two, A Way Out, like any of these other games. Like we're eventually, once the season for COD, like once we hit 1,000, we're probably gonna go bite the bullet and play Dead Island.
Yeah.
Because we can play that co-op. So this, like, I mean, we get co-op and we get COD. Like it's a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trio part is unfortunate about it. I would hope at some point. I mean, it's a lot of effort because they're going to have to modify this story, you know, because it really is based around the 3 people.
Yeah. They did end the story, though, where they could.
Right.
But the whole 3 people, though, like, I get why they did it, because the puzzles were way more intricate because you had 3 people.
Right. They could maybe have it where, like, they have raids that, like, they funnel into the 3, you know, like where, if you want to complete like the main quest line, like there's a mission that you have to do with Farah, a mission with Alex, and a mission with Price, like to do recon for their main mission that they all do together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
Yeah.
But to get the duo aspect in there, it would be hard to do.
Yeah, just because, I mean, that's the thing. They could do it, but it's not going to be as intricate as like how you and I liked it.
Right.
It's obviously like, all right.
Watered down.
Yeah. It's going to be like, all right, we got to kill this guy. 3, 2, 1, dead.
Right.
But having that third person there, it's just an added layer.
Yeah. So now, I mean, overall, like 3 and 4 was way better for sure, just because they wanted to end on a high note, and they did. Yeah, again, I can't stress enough, man. If you're listening and you haven't played it, please do. It's one of the best.
This is
it's a great series.
This was definitely like their like Spec Ops, you know, but an actual story.
Yeah, this was their Spec Ops, and they did a fantastic job with it. I hope they realize that they crushed it with it, and this is a formula that they can keep going with. Yeah, I really like the Spec Ops in this game. It's whatever. It doesn't compare to the older ones. This has replaced it, and it's a really good replacement.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And again, you know, go play 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you can. If you have 3 like solid people.
Yeah.
If you're a content creator, I'm telling you, like
you have to go play
this is gold.
Yeah, it's gold mine.
It's really, really good. If you have 3 people, man, you can get so much good content out of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, we're saying that and we have no content of it.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. We'll be working on that. You know, we got stuff in the pipeline. But, like, as a review of, like, raid overall, like, I mean, out of 5, I'll give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I would too.
It's
100%. It's not even a question. It's a 5 out of 5.
yeah.
The stories,
really
yeah.
good.
I mean, again, you're not gonna have every level be or every mission be like a total banger, but none of them were bad.
Yeah.
You know, they were all really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I definitely I just ranked 4 and 1 up at the top because they were very hard.
Yeah.
You know,
They're very challenging.
yeah, 2 and 3 for sure had their challenges.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, 3 was hard and 2 was
Yeah.
hard too. But compared to those ones, 4 and 1, yeah, they were, in my
Yeah.
opinion, they were way harder. But
Yeah.
you may have your own favorites. You know.
Yeah, exactly. At 3, like backtrack a tiny bit. The thing that we were like debating about the
Oh, the
submarine.
crane. Yeah.
There's like a submarine, and we have to like raise the water and stuff to get to a certain area, and like we had no idea like what to do because enemies were coming at us in the water.
Yep.
And we had to raise the water level, then move the crane and stuff, and then we passed that puzzle.
Right.
But even then, right, there's like another puzzle piece. Like it's intricate.
Yeah.
Like, you needed 3 people for that.
Yeah.
And then like I think we only rank episode 2 at the bottom just because I remember talking about it. It was more of like what's the game? It's like, you know, those like indie games where like it's
Like you're a lot of jumping.
yeah, a lot of jumping,
A lot
like
of platforming.
Yeah, all that stuff. It's like Mario.
Right. Which if you like that, then it may rank higher for you. For us,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, I mean, like I remember we still struggled on that big time.
Yeah, we definitely did. But there was definitely one part like we just speed ran.
Yeah.
You know the end where like it was an obstacle course that we had to go through.
Yep.
I would say for the like I did it my first try.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like
now.
you just called out like, hey, do this,
Yeah.
and I was done. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
stress out too
in
much.
that in that aspect, yeah, it was way easier.
But that like final ending, that puzzle compared to the episode 4 like puzzles,
Doesn't compare.
yeah, like trying to dodge those lasers were way harder than that.
Yeah.
But again, I think that comes with like experience, because for like the average person that just picks up COD like every now and then, that's hard.
Yeah.
In episode 2, I can't even imagine that person like
Playing
going to
4.
episode 4. Like it's hard.
There's a skill
Like,
gap for sure.
There definitely is a skill gap, but it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
It is doable.
Yeah, absolutely, it's doable.
So I hope you guys try it out. And you have 3, because man, if you have 3, go play it.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely worth it. Like I said, yeah, I just can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, but now, dude, we put a pause on raid, and we gotta wait until till later on in the year for MW3 when they continue the story, because I'm excited for it, man. Especially
I'm
just
too.
coming like fresh off. We just played it less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like, I want raid episode 5.
Yeah.
Season
Me
2,
too.
episode 1.
I'm very excited about
Yeah,
it.
it'll be
now
cool.
we just got like you said, multiplayer, ranked, and one more season.
And then we're done, bro.
Then MW2's a wrap. So
It's
we're
going by quick, bro.
yeah, we're
coming quick.
It is going quick.
The train's coming, bro.
Yeah. We gotta hit 850 this season, which we're on track for.
Yep.
And then season 5 comes out, and we are steamrolling through that season. Double XP all the time. I'm popping that every single game.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to
Just get to 1,000, which I imagine that's where they're gonna end it.
Yeah.
That'll be quick. That'll be quick though. Like we've been doing 200 levels every time, or 250.
Yeah, 250. Was it 250? No, I think it was 200.
We were
200.
200. Yeah,
200.
So now we only got 150 to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, we'll be good. Dude, it's like crazy. Like I think we're prestige like 14
Yeah.
or something like that. You
Bro.
think about that, like, dude, I don't know. It's crazy to me that we're pushing like 1,000 levels
Yeah.
on top of the levels that you start in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, again, like you think about it, if this was the old CODs, we would be like prestige 45 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like with just the amount of XP.
Yeah.
Because like everybody knows, obviously, like every level is 55 to the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like these prestigers they have a lot more weight to them. If you're prestige 14, because it's like, bro, you've done 50 odd levels at that like XP gap.
Yeah. And this is why I'm saying we're going to give a great review at the end of the year.
We're gonna have the best one.
Our friend, like, dude, he's he's level like 500 and something.
Yeah, and he plays a lot. But
He plays a lot.
It's just not as much as us, bro. I'm telling ya.
The dedication to get you guys like a fair
telling
and
you, bro.
honest review. At the end of the
We're
year.
out here in the trenches for you guys.
Yeah, right. And we have to do that through Vanguard. Yeah. And we did it.
So leave a like on this.
Exactly. But yeah, I think we covered everything from like MW2 updates, MW3 updates, raid episode
raids.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go play those guys if you can. If you have a third, definitely play it. One of the highlights of this game. It's going to be part of the review.
100%.
But yeah, make sure, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe over there. We're on anchor.fm/the COD Casuals. If you're on Spotify, make sure to go vote in the polls because we always leave, some little question down there where you can interact with us. We're also on TikTok and Instagram Reels. If you don't want to listen to the whole episode, go to that. You can see all the short form content there. Leave us comments because like we said earlier in the episode, we always interact with you guys. And we like to debate. We like to talk about it.
Open discussion.
Exactly. We know COD's not perfect.
Right.
So you don't need to come at us.
Right.
We just like talking about it, right? Just two casual players. And yeah, I think that's it, dude, right?
I think we're good, brother.
Leave a 5-star rating because we're growing on Spotify like pretty fast. So
we love that. Thank you to everybody.
We really appreciate you guys listening and sharing it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you everyone for listening. This has been episode 127 of the COD Casuals. We're your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We'll see you guys next week.
Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.